I'm back. It is currently 3:22 a.m. and I'm in quarantine, and I decided why not go back to playing some Epic Skate Epic Skate 3, you know? It's kind of hurting my eyes cuz all night I've been staring at a relatively dark screen, and now all of a sudden there's this and it's very bright. And like the resolution is like oof. My first video on this was it was better than the second one. The second one, a lot of people told me that it was over edited. You know, like I put too much work into editing it, which I did. It was a lot shorter and it wasn't really like entertaining to listen to or watch. That video was basically, I don't remember when I recorded it, but I know there was no school, and like I was in a pretty good mood, and I was like, I've seen a lot of people like do podcasts and stuff, but what if they did podcasts and did video games at the same time? And usually when you do a podcast, you're supposed to have friends, but none of my friends would like to do that because I have horrible friends. My friends were like, oh yeah, we should do a podcast, and we tried it, but obviously it's not gonna work because we all have horrible mics, we all don't know what a podcast really is, we all have nothing to talk about, and we're all 14. So it's like just a couple of retarded kids in front of a mic just saying, oh, my cat died last week. And then that's like topic of discussion for the rest of the thing. You don't do things with your friends. You do things with people you meet that have the same interests, you know? Like if you want to do a podcast, meet people who do podcasts, not your friends who've never done a podcast before. Like I saw a video, it was like how to start a band, and it was like, you don't go with your friends and start a band. You go to a gig with a band and meet people who are like, oh yeah, I have the same interests as you, I want to make a band too. It's like that. You don't just like go to school and be like, want to start a band with me, with your friends? I didn't know what AI meant when I first started playing this game, so I used to think those were my actual friends. I'll be like, whoa, my friend is here, and I text them, I'd be like, why aren't you doing anything when I hit into you? And they're like, what? I was like, what do you mean what? I'm playing Skate 3 with you. And they're like, I don't play Skate 3 anymore. So it'd just be like some 8-year-old kid asking some random other person why they're not hitting back in a game about skateboards. So I would lose my train of thought a lot. I'd be like, wait, what was I saying? And like, it was just some stupid thing about that would always get me upset. Like not being able to know what I'm talking about, or not being able to remember what I was talking about. Like I remember I was like in the car with my family and they're all having a conversation, and I kept trying to jump in, but like me being all the way in the back, they can't hear me, so they keep talking over me, and I wait until they finish. Then it gets all quiet, and I was like, ooh, I have something to say, and then I keep them waiting for 10 minutes trying to remember what I was trying to say, because I kept to myself the whole time. It's the best feeling when you remember what you were saying. But it's the worst feeling when you don't, when you can never figure it out. But it's stupid because eventually you forget about trying to remember it. So why try to remember it in the first place? I still kind of do that, but I tell myself to just let it go because it's not that big of a deal. Because you have like millions of thoughts each day, so it's not like this one thought is going to determine life or death for you. I stutter a lot. Not stutter, but like, I can't find words. Like, I think it's because like my mind is going like 60 miles an hour when I speak, because I'm always trying to get the most information out. Come on. Trying to get the most information out of my mouth as fast as I can, I guess. And like, but I don't speak really fast. So I'm not like Eminem. But I'm more of like, I say something and then I go new topic, and then I start talking about the other thing that was in my head as I was speaking. Like as I was speaking, I found out, oh, here's something else we could talk about right after I'm done talking about this. Let's talk about that. And then like my mind is always like running around like that one episode of SpongeBob where he couldn't remember his name. But like it's annoying for me as much as it's annoying for other people trying to listen to me. Like I noticed it with my friends. They're like, what is he saying? Like, because it's like I'm always thinking so fast that I can't process it. Like my mouth can't go that fast as my brain is. No, but I finally got up here. Remember last time I couldn't get up here? All right. But it's like I'm in the middle of a conversation and like I'm trying to finish my sentence or whatever I'm trying to say, and like and then I start like stuttering and not knowing what I'm saying. Oh, I could just skate down here. And like I realize this, and I just now like when I speak I tell myself stop trying to like run see, I don't know what I'm saying. I think it's also because I don't know what I'm about to say before I speak, and my sisters have always told me that when I was younger, like I would start something and then I wouldn't know where it was going. Like I'd say something and I'd not know where it ended, and I would just keep babbling, not talking nonsense because I don't know what I'm saying either. Like I try to tell myself to like slow down, not think so fast, and try to go like one topic at a time. And it's not that big of a deal if you forget something or if you don't get to talk about something. Just let it go and have a normal conversation. But it's not like I'm disabled. I don't think I am. I used to think when I was like 5 that I was actually disabled, and like I used to think maybe the reason why no one understands people who are autistic are just because they are so smart that everyone else is just so dumb. And I used to think maybe I'm autistic. Yeah, you can't say that anymore. I've always wanted to do podcasts because I just like to talk. It's one of the things that God has given me as a punishment. Things that YouTube like lets you watch are so stupid. They're like, oh yeah, here's a bone sticking out of someone's leg, but you can't watch like a guy play with Mario toys and curse. Yeah, YouTube's retarded. And that guy's dead. I realized there's no like games coming out recently. Like the only games that have come out are like Doom Eternal, Animal Crossing, the VR Half-Life, and I think that's it. Like no new games are coming out. If you look up upcoming games 2020, like you don't see, or at least I don't see a lot of games that interest me. Like, what is Animal Crossing? I've never played an Animal Crossing game. What is that? It's like, I mean, a lot of people are gonna be like, I love Animal Crossing. Like, I literally have a friend that ditched playing Minecraft with us to play Animal Crossing. Like, who does that? It's Animal Crossing. It's literally talking animals, and they don't even speak. They're just like, meow, 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 the whole time. Like, I played The Outer Worlds. Actually, as I'm recording this, it's uploading on YouTube. But I played that, and it was good. Like, I like the whole story about it, but it's just the talking. There's so much talking, and there's so much side stories that it's just like, come on, get on with it already. I don't know if it's just because I don't have the patience for that, or that it's actually just a boring game. But I don't have the patience for that boring game. Oh, and that guy just did a split. I woke up at 3 in the afternoon. Today, it was rainy today. Like, have you ever, like, if it looks horrible out and it's just all muddy and humid and it's like raining, you just don't feel productive at all that day. Like, you're like, I want to stay home all day today. If it's gloomy out, you're gloomy. If it's sunny out, you're sunny. You know? I think everyone has that feeling. There has to be a complicated scientific reason. Why is goldfish orange? Because this combined with this equals orangeism. Top 10 best podcast topics of all time. The paranormal. Ooh, that's a good topic. Me and my sisters basically convinced ourselves that there's a ghost in the house. But honestly, that ghost is pretty cool. He doesn't do much, or she doesn't, I don't know what it is. It doesn't do much. It literally just makes cool noises sometimes, and likes to walk around upstairs while we're eating dinner. He also likes to possess my sister's Shrek doll and make it say "Donkey" every few seconds. I don't really believe in the paranormal, honestly. Like, if I hear someone say, "Oh yeah, I did the Ouija board and it said it was gonna kill me," and then like they expect me to react, I'd be like, "That's pretty cool," because every single time when people say I'm gonna die, the ghost said he's gonna kill me, I see them the next month and they're perfectly fine. So yeah, I've just been proven wrong multiple times with the whole ghost thing, so that's why I don't believe it. But I do believe I'm being watched constantly. That's actually a phobia. That's actually like a worldwide phobia of someone thinking that they're constantly being watched. Your phobias can be... we believe that we had past lives. I don't really necessarily believe it, but I think it's a cool topic to talk about. But I always say that, like, your phobias are what killed you in your past life. If you're afraid of the water, you probably drowned in your past life. If you think you're being watched all the time, you were probably stalked and then killed. It kind of makes sense, but it also doesn't. Because, like, how would we know what happened in our past lives? Phobias are constantly made throughout lives, or just something happened when you were really young and now you're just afraid of it for the rest of your life. But for unexplainable phobias, like if you had this fear ever since you were a kid, then it could be, like, in theory, it was from your past life. But like fears of the dark, a lot of people grow out of it, but like people who don't, it's kind of hard to explain. It's not like you were killed by darkness, because that's not possible. At least I don't think it is. But like, it's just fun to think about. When you say, "Oh, okay, explain me this. How am I afraid of the dark?" Then it's just a really cool conversation to have about, like, for all the different possibilities. If you're scared of the dark, it could have been maybe you were killed in the darkness, or maybe you were in the dark and died of starvation or something. Or if you're afraid of, like, if you're afraid of being alone, maybe you died alone. Maybe you starved to death alone. If you absolutely love food, maybe you starved to death and now you just have that feeling of you needing to eat all the time to prevent what actually happened to you. I don't know, it's just fun to talk about. I don't really believe what I say, but I like to talk about it. I used to always think, I might have said this in my other video, but I always used to think that if you, like, did a cool enough trick, that there was a ×4, like, multiplier. I like those little, like, not Easter eggs, but those little, like, things that they added in the game, where if, like, you have to do one super extremely complicated trick to get a ×4, to get a ×4, or if you do this certain kind of trick, the wall will open up and you go to a secret skate park. I always used to think things in games, and I've always wanted to make a game that had that. I've always wanted to make this, like, some big shot game and have it so there was some secret thing that only like 2% of the people who played would find it. And it's like an achievement where it tells you how many people were able to access it, but you're able to enjoy it and not just have, "Oh, I got 100 gamer score, that's it." There's the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. That seems cool, but it's gonna be like, the Series X is just gonna be another Xbox that's gonna have an extra button on the controller and ray tracing. And if you don't know what ray tracing is, it's like, it makes everything seem super realistic. Like for this, you see how, like, the lights come off of the floor from the ceiling, ray tracing you would see the beams of light coming through, and it would be like extremely dark in this corner, and it would just look super realistic. That's what ray tracing is. It's basically just tracing every single beam of light, and if it doesn't hit a certain corner, that corner is pitch black. That's basically all the Xbox is going to do. And I've seen people play the game, because some people are actually able to like go to somewhere and like play the demo of the console, and like I look at it, I'm like, yeah, I want an Xbox, but not as soon as it comes out, because it's probably going to be sold out the second it comes out, just like the Switch. But it's just like, I'm not going to have money for that, and everyone's going to have it. I just want to wait until I hear what everyone's going to say about it. Oh, the PS5 has this really cool thing that the Xbox can't even top. Then I'd be like, okay, let's get the PS5 now. I got the Xbox like 3 months after it actually came out, and I saw a lot more people play the Xbox than the PS4. The PS4. But also, I feel like I remember the Xbox coming out earlier, so I think that's also why I would see a lot more people play on the Xbox than the PS4, because it didn't come out at the same time, and there was not that much to play on it, because there wasn't like God of War, there wasn't Spider-Man, there wasn't, literally all you could do was the Playroom, which was pretty cool, but it was like, there wasn't much to do on it. The Xbox, you were able to connect it to your computer, you were able to connect the controllers onto your phone, you were able to do all this stuff, and I was like, I'm getting the Xbox. So I got the Xbox. There's not much to do on the PS4 either. It's literally the Xbox, but some changes. So yeah, when I think about it, it's really stupid of the whole debate of which is better, because both of them are the same. If you get this one, then you're probably not gonna like the other one, because it's the same thing, just a little different, and it's kind of disappointing because you expect it to be drastically different, but it's going to be the same kind of thing. I'm definitely going to agree that PC is definitely better. When I got the Switch, it was just like how I thought of the PS4, how there wasn't much to do with it, and there was going to be a lot of changes for it as the years went on, and it just wasn't a very good investment. Like, I heard about the Switch Online, how you had to pay for each week, how there wasn't going to be internet on it, like no Chroma on it or anything, how it was only going to be like Zelda and Tetris and Mario Odyssey, and that's literally all I had on it. Mario Odyssey, Zelda, and Tetris. And Zelda was extremely hard. Like, there was the one boss that was like a spider, I think, and it would shoot down lightning. You had to like grab the lightning and throw it at it. It was just like the controls were really hard to do, and I couldn't do it. But I got like halfway through that game and I gave up. Odyssey, I finished. I felt like it was way too quick, and it didn't live up to my expectations of it. I also didn't fully finish that game. I finished the story of it, but there was also that the final boss on the moon, and I couldn't do that. That was like too hard for me. That was just it. Like, there was nothing to do on the Switch, and I wanted a PC, so I returned it. And it was literally like, when I got the Switch, I had to wait out at Best Buy at 7 in the morning for an hour to get it until the shipment came in. So yeah, I was really committed into getting it, and I waited out in the freezing cold in the middle of February to get it. And I said it was worth it. It was worth it for a little bit, but after the games got too hard for me to do, I was like, alright, I'm getting a PC, I'm gonna play CSGO from now on. I've always wanted to have like a Q&A thing. Ask someone questions, they answer it, and then we have some laughs, and I post it. I just like the feeling of posting something and having other people enjoy it. Obviously now, it's hard to entertain, to be famous on YouTube, because back then, as in 10 years ago, it was so easy to become famous. There was the Lightsaber Kid, there was the Dramatic Chipmunk, there was the Numa Numa guy, and it was just stupid things. It was like skateboarding dogs. It was small, stupid things that got famous, and then there were all these YouTubers that would just do skits like Smosh. Like, they would just do skits of them having food battles, and they got super famous because of it. I mean, now they're still relatively famous, but they're not as famous as they were back then because it was easier to get recognized then. Now, with the whole YouTube algorithm and people not caring about seeing what's new, they just want to keep what's old, as in keep watching the Smosh or keep watching Jenna Marbles instead of watching new people that only have 100 views. They want to keep watching 1,000,000 views. If they see something on YouTube and it says 300k views, and then they see something that says 2 million views, they click on the 2 million. Like, since there's like millions of videos on YouTube, my kinds of videos, these small videos, they wouldn't show up there. And also, I feel like YouTube is dying. Like, it wasn't as good as it was 10 years ago. When I think about it, recording videos is pointless, but at this point, it's not to become famous or anything. It's now to just have my friends enjoy it. My friends are like, oh, wow, that's cool, how'd you do that? And I tell them, they're like, oh, wow, that's really cool, I want to do it too. And, like, they watch my videos and they're like, oh, that's awesome, make more, I want you to do this next time, that stuff. I mean, now I'm more realistic about it, but when I was a kid, when I was in 4th grade, I would literally do channel updates, and we would be like, what up, guys, back with another Minecraft Let's Play video. I'd be like that. I'd think that I was so famous, even though I got, what, 5 views? But I would still do this. I don't care if I get 10 views on this video. I just like making it. It's something to do. Something to do at, what, 4 in the morning? I've always, like, heard if you are really good in math, then you're really bad at ELA, and vice versa. But I have a 40 in both classes, so I'm not good at either. A lot of this, I'm starting to get tired, so, like, a lot of this I'm definitely gonna have to cut out because I'm not making any sense. And I've noticed that when I talk to my friends, like, if I'm really tired, or not even if I'm tired, if I'm just talking, if I know I'm talking too much, I just want to talk, I will say something, I will start saying something, and as I'm speaking, I'm like, I'm not making any sense, and I could tell that no one knows what I'm talking about. But I'll keep going, because I'm not going to be like, alright, I don't know what I'm talking about, you guys can talk. I'm not going to be like that. I'm not just going to expose myself like that. I will keep talking for as long as I can until I find something that makes sense. So this is me while I'm editing, and for this next part, I'm so tired that I don't even know what I'm saying, and I repeat myself like 3 times, and then I end up repeating the right answer that I already just said. I will keep talking until I will keep talking until I sound smart. I will keep talking until I start making sense. There we go. I would most likely go on for like 2 minutes to just figure out what I'm trying to say, because I'm not one to give up. Oh no, I will never give up on anything, except if you're Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm definitely stubborn enough to carry on a conversation I'm having with basically myself for more than an hour. So if I'm saying something and I'm not making any sense, I will keep going and going and going until I get back on those rails of train of thought. Yeah, that was a good analogy. I could tell when I'm talking to my friends and I'm not making any sense. Like, my friends will be like, shut up, or why do you keep talking? Because I'm still talking. And honestly, like, I don't mind it when they do that, because I would honestly, if they did that, I would do the same. Thought I heard something. I think it's the friendly ghost that I was talking about earlier. If you see me edit these videos, I cut out a lot of stuff because it's just nonsense. I just keep rambling, not knowing where it's going. In The Office, they actually not represented, but like they actually showed that in The Office. Michael Scott was like, he was talking, and then he's like slowing down and looking around, not knowing what he's saying, and like he said in the interview thing, he was like, you know, sometimes I start something and I don't know where it's going, and I just keep going until I figure out what I'm trying to say. I hate that I can't have a full period to edit in that class, because I want to finish before the period ends, because my mindset is, if I don't finish it during this, if I don't finish this now, I'll never get it done, or I won't be in the mood to do it next time. So I have to do it at this certain minute. I can't start something and then do another thing, because I feel like I'll lose the momentum of the first thing I did. That's the thing, like, one day I will have a great motivation to do something, and then on the other day I won't be able to do it anymore. I'll lose the groove. Emperor's New Groove, I'll lose it. You threw off my groove.
No! You threw off my groove!
I'm sorry, but you've thrown off the Emperor's groove.
In my TV production class, I absolutely despise splitting up the work. And I had to do that with my recent project, the interview project. I had to split up, I had to do 30 seconds of the video, and my other part of the crew had to do another 30 seconds. They had to do the first half. So it annoys me so much, because for me, I like to work alone. I like to edit alone. So if someone else is doing one part and I have to do the other, I'm not gonna like that there's gonna be two different parts. I'm not gonna like that there's two different editing styles. How someone's gonna do it one way and I'm gonna do it the other, and then we have to put it together. Now it's not the way I like it. It's not my vision of it. And my friends are always like, why are you doing the whole thing? I'm like, because I don't want you guys to do the other one. Because I don't want you guys to do it and ruin it. When I feel like I don't get my point across, I repeat myself a lot. Literally that entire segment, I had to delete a lot, because it's just me repeating myself, because I don't think I'm explaining it right. Okay, bye. Yeah, or like I feel like if I'm having a conversation with someone and I feel like I said something and no one heard me or no one listened to it, I'll say it again. And then my friends are like, you just said that. I'm like, yeah, well, I didn't feel like you listened. You didn't react to what I said. When I was a kid, it would annoy my parents a lot. I would repeat myself 5 times in a row, constantly. I would always repeat myself. And my parents would just deal with it. They wouldn't say anything. So that's why I feel like when I would feel like no one's listening to me, I mean, my parents never listened to me. They would just be like looking at their phone or something and not say anything. And then I'll be like, hello, hello, hello. And they'll look up from the phone and be like, yeah. Like, what'd you say? I didn't hear you. They'll be like that. So I'd always assume that they're not listening. So when I was so used to doing that with my parents, that when I'm with my friends, I repeat something and they don't react to it because they don't care. And then I say it again, and they still don't react to it, and they say it again, and I say it again, and they're like, what are you talking about? Why do you keep doing that? So I think it's my parents' fault. Okay. This whole video has been almost 2 hours long. I gotta get to bed. It is... I don't know what time it is. Where's my phone? My phone disappeared. Oh, there it is. It's in my pocket. It's been 2 hours. Almost 2 hours. An hour and 40 minutes. So, if you like this video, which you should have, because it's literally the exact same as the first video, and a little edited. But if you did like it, please comment, tell me, like the video, and I will make another one, because I like it. I like talking to myself. It's really fun. It's almost as if someone was actually listening. Let's do one last trick, one last whip around this quarry, and end the video. Let's do a backflip. Alright. Also, I noticed I've been able to complete this quarry so many times through this video and not even pay attention to what I was doing. Actually, that's one thing I wanted to talk about. When I noticed when I was a kid when we would play Geometry Dash, when I wouldn't pay attention to what I was playing in Geometry Dash, I was able to complete it, like ace it 100%. I always thought that was just me though. Anyway, this is my guy. You haven't gotten a really close-up look. You can't really get a close-up look, actually. Okay, I don't know why I did that. Exit. But yeah, if you enjoyed, comment and like, and I'll definitely make another one because I like making these. So yeah. See you next time. See this guy fail.